Good morning, my dear student. Welcome you in online class of Bal Sadhana Group of Institution. Myself, Parveen Chaudhary, TGT Social Science in Bal Sadhana Public School, Gudagorji. And today we discuss about chapter number 3 in Social Study of class 10th, and our topic is political movement. In previous video we studied about the peasant movement, and today we discuss about the political movement. After the failure of revolt 1857, the leadership of independence movement came into the hand of educated and allied and the landlord. Means after the revolt of 1857, when the revolt of 1857 was fell, then the political awareness among the different group of societies, in these societies, these educated intellectuals take the leadership of independence movement. So the leadership of independence movement came into the hand of educated people, elite and the landlord. And they have one demand for independence of India. So for this they gave petition and applications and sending letters to the British Parliament. And beside this, they also organize the educated peoples by informing them and making them conscious of ongoing exploitation by the British. The leader of this period believe in liberal attitude of the English and wish to convince the English liberal toward the actual condition in India, and the wish of the people and for the constitutional and administrative reform in India. After 1857, Congress was political movement was divided into two parts. First, they were divided into liberal, extremist, and extremist. So liberal believe in the constitutional form of government and they wanted administrative reform in India. But the extremist believed in the revolt and demanding full independence of India. So liberal also wish to expand their movement by informing the people about the British exploitation and wish to organize people of all religion, classes and religion. So this is the emergence of political movement through the educated people, elite class and the landlords. Now, spread of political consciousness after the 1858 AD. in the second half of the 19th century witnessed the full flourishing of Indian political consciousness and the growth of an organized national movement in India. Means in the 19th century, in the second half of the 19th century, liberal, so the seed of national political consciousness among all the people and the growth of an organized national movement in India. Gradually, the political demand of Indians began to increase and they began to demand for an elected government which was answerable to them. Before the 1858, liberal wished to British government that a government was formed as constitutional and they wanted administrative reforms in India. But after 1858, they began to demand for an elected government and which was answerable to them. In 1874 AD, an article written with the heading Swaraj for India. Swaraj for India. An article published in 1874, and this article is the Swaraj for India. He talk about the provision of constitutional form of government by Indians and for Indians in India. Means this article describe the democracy in India. You know democracy is the form of government in which the government elected by the people, for the people and to the people. So after 1874, when this article published Swaraj for India, and he talked of initiating a constitutional government of India, of the Indians for the Indians. A editor named Christo Das Pal was the editor of newspaper named the Hindu Patriot. Christo Das Pal was the editor of newspaper The Hindu Patriot from Bengal and published an article Swaraj in his newspaper. So the political organization of the time were not ready for such a progressive demand or struggle for it. But at that time, some thinker and scholars in Bengal formed a Indian League in in 1875, and whose objective was the arouse the feeling of nationalism. Main purpose was the arouse the feeling of nationalism. Nationalism is a such feeling in which any person loyal toward his nation, and this is called nationalism. And political consciousness in India. It was the first political organization which was begun due to political and public consciousness. So we discuss now Indian League. Indian League was the first political organization made by the scholars and intelligent people from Bengal in 1875 AD. Its objective was to create feeling of nationalism and increase political awareness among the peoples. Indian League was the first political organizations which had been formed through the public awareness. Means this organization formed through the public awareness, and it was founded by Shishir Kumar Ghosh, who was the, if you any questions related to Indian National League and ask the who was the founder of Indian League, then its answer was Shishir Kumar Ghosh. Shishir Kumar Ghosh founded Indian League in 1875 AD, and after that Indian League, Indian Association was made in 1876. Indian Association founded in 1876 and by Surendranath Banerjee. By Surendranath Banerjee. Surendranath Banerjee also belongs to Bengal. In 1876 AD, in Albert Hall, Kolkata, in the leadership of Surendranath Banerjee, nearly 800 people. In the leadership of Surendranath Banerjee, 800 people gathered at Albert Hall, and they decided that the association would bring the people having common idea onto the common platform and organize the masses. Means the main purpose of this association was to bring all the people on common platform and create having common ideas and organize the masses. These three main purpose of Indian Association, and it merged in Indian National Congress in 1885. You know, Indian National Congress was founded by A.O. Hume in 1885. Now next point is Indian National Congress. The political development which had begun going on in India from 1858 resulted in the formation of the Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress was founded in December 1885. Due to the efforts of A.O. Hume, Ellen Octavian Hume, and A.O. Hume was a retired officer of Indian Civil Services. Means he was the ICS, retired ICS. At that times ICS was an exam just like as a UPSC exam, and this exam given in the Britain. So A.O. Hume is an British officer, and he was the retired ICS officer. The thinking of British government behind its foundings was to know as what was going on in the mind of a Indian. Means the main purpose of foundation of Indian National Congress was to see the mind of Indians. They think the Indian leadership would left off its steam in its meeting, and they could be prevented from making many powerful efforts to remove the British rule. Means the British wanted to gather all Indian political leaders on same platform. If they came, then British know their mindset and know their policies, and to give them greed, they suppress all the political leaders. So British continue rule in India. Its first meeting was held under the presidency of W.C. Banerjee. First meeting under the leadership of W.C. Banerjee, Vomesh Chandra Banerjee. In this session of Indian National Congress, about 72 representatives participated, and this meeting held on 28th December 1886 in Gokul Das Tejpal Sanskrit College in Bombay. Four objectives of this Congress was expressed. First, to give people opportunity of interacting the each other who have interest in national development. Second, to discuss about the programs of the upcoming years. Third, to show faith and loyalty toward the British Empire. And fourth, this will indirectly work as Indian Parliament. So after this session, Indian National Congress divided into two parts. First, moderate, and second, extremist. In first phase 1885 to 19, the moderate phase, which was also called the political phase of political beginning, and the second phase 1905 or after partition of Bengal from 1905 to 1919, the radical or extremist or the phase of extremist politics. So one by one we discuss it. First phase of Congress. In first phase of Congress is regarded as the period of moderate means this moderate period is known as the 1885 to 1890. Extremist phase after the partition of Bay of Bengal, Bengal to 1999, and after 1909 to 1948, this period is known as Gandhian period. So in the first phase of Congress is regarded as the period of moderate. In this period, main leader was Dadabhai Nehruji, Firoz Shah Mehta and W.C. Banerjee. All the leader of moderate phase were educated in this period. The rich and intellectual people, including doctor, engineer, journalist, were more in dominance. They believed that British should stay in India because they could help in the development of the country. They believed in liberal means independent and limited politics. They also believed that British period is a symbol of law and order, hence it was necessary. Means if the British stay in India, they made development work in India. These leaders were from the big cities and had no connections with the common peoples. So in the phase of moderate, common peoples not come together, these intellectuals classes. Congress did not demand the independence and only demanded some concession for Indians. In Surat split in 1907, INC divided into two parts, moderate and extremist. In 1906, Muslim League formed by Muhammad Ali, and in 1916, Lucknow Pact made between the Gandhi and Irving. Second phase was extremist phase, and in extremist phase, name three prominent leader: Pal, Bal or Lal. Bipin Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Lala Lajpat Rai. Bipin Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Lala Lajpat Rai. The second phase of Congress is regarded as the period of extremists such as Lokmanya, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal or Lala Lajpat Rai and Arvind Ghosh. These extremist leaders, also known as the Lal, Pal, Bal. The Congress was divided into moderate and extremist in 1907 in the Surat session on the question of social reform raised by the Lokmanya Tilak. They were not the favor of views of moderate leaders. Tilak said that lack of self-rule would mean no progress, no real educations. The main purpose of extremist boycott of foreign goods, use of Sub-SST goods, satyagrah, Indian educations rather than British educations, demanded Indian industries. All these are the object of extremist leaders. So I hope you understand second phase INC, about the INC and two phase of Indian National Congress. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay blessed. Stay safe.